Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Ying's model, and as you guys can see, this looks quite rude and rough because I built it many times after times it finally works, and as we can see, it works properly, but it does not rotate very fast because the battery is running out of power, and I believe it does not have any power very soon. And as we can see, these are the experiment questions. For the first question, if we put the battery in the opposite way, I believe it rotates in the opposite way because the direction of the current is changed. And for the second question, what happened to direction of shaft rotation for turn communicator 180 degrees? Well, predictably it should rotate in the same way, but I cannot get the result of it because we cannot control the angle in a quite precise way. And even if I change a little bit, it ceases to rotate. And for the third question, the angle, I believe, is rather important, and if we lay on the same plane as the armature do, it ceases to work anymore, because it cannot conquer the inertia. And for the fourth question and the fifth question, since we are lack of resources, as you can see, it stops to work. Let me reboot it. Yeah! Yes, and for the fourth question and the fifth question, since we are lack of materials, I cannot dignify a very specific answer. And for the sixth question, I believe that I do need it. That field pole is very important because it provides the magnetic field which creates this force according to the law F equals BIL, and which makes it work. And makes the armature to rotate, gives the initial force. And for the seventh questions, I believe that if I use the batteries of greater voltages, it will rotate far more swifter, because the current and the force it provided will be largely enhanced. But since that we don't have these batteries, I cannot be sure with this answer. I could only say that presumably it should be like this. As you can see, yes, the battery is already running out. Does not have adequate power already. And for the other question, I believe it's no, because I'm not quite sure since I don't have the AC voltage source, such as 6 to 12 volts. Here ends up the question. As you guys could see, this is how I build this stuff. There are many difficulties among all this stuff, but I believe that I have fixed a few bugs of it. And let's put it to an end and see how it's going. As we can see, yes, this battery is turning very hot and turning very hot, and because that I believe that I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's overbears its load. And in this case, we found that the directions of these coils is really important. We must wind it in the same direction. If we say wind it in opposite direction across the both field, that it will, as you guys can see, when electric current flows over it, and when it crossing over this electric field, it will keeps it on the horizontal because that is the way it goes. It does not work like up and down, but instead from the same direction, which controls make it approaches to a static phase. And these wires and this circuit is not hard to build. In my opinion, it's not the main problem. And for this coil, so you must take extra care that you need to wind it very tensely, or it will disturb the motivation of this armature. And in this case, as we can see, these brushes they do not provide enough current. So current because that they are not very conductible as well, as I have observed. So you need to shave it as well. You do not simply shave these coils, but these brushes from this point to this point of them, in which way that the current could flow fluently. Yes, that ends up the question of Mr. Ying's model.